We're here at the Archaeological Museum in Brandenburg an der Havel, and thanks to the kind support by the museum staff, Ingo and I have the opportunity to examine these remains of a possible shield from the late 11th century, which was found in a Slavic context. So if this is indeed a shield, it's quite unique in several respects. First of all, there are very few shields that are left from Slavic excavation context. Actually, there are only like 2 or 3 remains, none of which are as complete as this, as the fragments of this shield here. And it consists of 2 layers of wood. So if I go down here and zoom into it, you can see the 2 layers of wood that make up the shield. So here you can very nicely see that the board is made up of 2 layers. The whole thing is rather thin, only 7 millimeters in total in thickness, and that is not very surprising for shields, or at least not uncommon. The shields from Dura Europos in Syria, late Roman shields, they are about 5 to 6 millimeters. The shield from Stettin, the only surviving kite shield, is about 7 millimeters in thickness. So in general, you could say that shield boards are a lot thinner than you would usually suspect. Here are a couple of surviving shields, or rather shield fragments, that I compare to the Lenzen shield. So this is the supposed Lenzen shield, the shield from Lenzen Castle. And this here is a shield that is also made from plywood, 2 layers, just like with the Lenzen example. And it comes from Trondheim in Norway. It's of oval shape, as you can see, and it is slightly domed. And it has stitching around the edges, which you can see here, which possibly secured either an edging or a facing, or, according to a hypothesis of Arthur von Eschen, stitching or seams could just simply been applied to shields to simply improve overall structural integrity. This is the surviving kite shield from Stettin in Poland, and it consists of planks which are only 7 millimeters thick. So with this one, I'm quite positive that it must have had some kind of facing, because these planks are, as far as I know, only butted together, so that would simply not be strong enough. However, this is plywood, so the shield board would be stronger to begin with, even if it's equally thin as this plank shield. Now, the most remarkable feature of the Lenzen shield is its edge. As you can see, this edge, which consists of strands of grass that now definitely is compressed, is separate. It's not folding over the shield board. That was quite surprising for us to find out, but it is attached to the shield board. So it's an extension of the shield board, and it's not an edging that covers the rim of the shield board. Okay, so Ingo is now going to describe the structure and the way this the structure of the shield edge and how it may possibly have been made, or rather our observations.
Gut, dann fange ich jetzt erstmal mit dem Schildrand an. Der Schildrand endet tatsächlich an der Grenze zu diesem äußeren Rand. Das heißt also, das Holz geht nicht unter dieser Faserschicht weiter. In den Rand sind Löcher eingestochen, die sind relativ deutlich rechteckig und vermutlich mit so einem Stechbeitel eingestochen worden. Man sieht hier oben an einer Stelle auch, wie sich die Spuren des Stechbeitels an der Ecke des Ausschnittes noch überkreuzen.
Ja, habe ich.
Sowohl an dem Schildrand als auch an den Löchern sieht es nicht so aus, als hätten sich die beiden Lagen des Holzes gegeneinander verschoben. Das heißt also, das Schild wird ursprünglich flach gewesen sein, sonst hätten sich ja beim Flachpressen des Materials die Schichten gegeneinander verschoben.
Also wir würden halt tatsächlich direkt am Rand erwarten, dass eine Schicht sich über die andere schiebt, wenn der Schild gewölbt gewesen wäre. Und das ist eigentlich nirgends zu beobachten. Ne?
Genau. Zu dem Bindematerial, was hier in der Publikation als Bast beschrieben wird, man sieht relativ deutlich an einigen Stellen, dass es sich dabei um zugeschnittene Streifen aus einem Material handelt, die also schöne gerade Kanten haben.
Zeig mal noch mal eins.
Hier zum Beispiel kann man schön auf diese Schnittkante drauf gucken.
Genau. Okay, zeig noch mal die Schnittkante.
Die läuft hier.
Ja, genau. Und da war auf dem Schildbrett selber war auch noch mal eins.
Man hat hier noch mal eins, wo man das wunderbar sieht, diese gerade Schnittkante. An dem Stück sieht man das auch gut. Und hier haben wir ein Stück, das ist ganz interessant. Das spaltet sich in zwei Lagen auf. Man hat eine faserige Unterlage, die hier raussteht, die relativ dick ist. Und man hat eine obere Lage, die ist sehr dünn. Die sieht so ein bisschen ledrig aus, hat hier so Querfalten.
Mit den Falten.
Und dieses Stück ist hier in so eine Schlaufe gelegt. Das sieht für mich jetzt auf den ersten Blick aus wie Weidenrinde. Komplette Weidenrinde, die in Streifen geschnitten und dann hier zum Binden des Randes benutzt wurde.
Also man hat im Grunde vom Baum die Rinde abgeschält. Ja?
Hat sie längs in Streifen geschnitten und hat sie dann zum Binden dieses Randes verwendet.
Okay. So here we have a willow twig, a little branch that Ingo has just cut off one of our trees, right, Ingo?
Yes. I cut it off over there at the lake, little lake at the
from the willows. And this willow in German we call Silberweide.
Yeah.
So silver willow, and now Ingo is going to demonstrate what he thinks was the material that was used to lace the grass material to the edge of the shield. Yeah? Okay.
Okay. I'm just cutting off a piece of the twig. You can also do this with bigger branches. And if you do it right after cutting it, you can easily just slice the outer layer. And then either roll it a bit or beat it a bit with some end of the knife, and then you can easily peel off the bark like that. You have to watch out if you have little other twigs or leaves, there it will break.
Knospen.
Yeah.
Whatever Knospe means in English.
Whatever it means. But afterwards you can just
okay, I see.
Peel it off like that.
And this only works with a freshly cut off branch. So
exactly.
You can't do it with old branches or old twigs.
And this is very easy to do. And now you can just slice or tear it into ribbons. And those are very good for binding things.
Super cool.
Yeah, this was where another twig ended.
Okay.
So the rest is very, very stable.
Okay.
And you can use it for binding, and you see the inside has this inner layer of
These fibers?
these fibers, and then you have a very thin outer layer, which is the real bark.
Yeah, the
And-
outer surface of the original twig or branch.
If you bend it like this, I don't know if you see it, this will get these foldings
Okay, like
we
we saw on the
observed
shield.
on the original shield.
Yeah, which look a bit like old leather or something like that.
Exactly.
I see. So
And
these wrinkles
These wrinkles, exactly.
that are produced by folding or bending the the ribbon or the strap.
And now it's a very flexible material. As soon as it is drying, it's getting harder. And to some extent, you can dry it now, put it into water later, and use it again because it's getting soft again if it's
Okay,
getting wet.
if you
But you have to do the
wet it
peeling
again.
immediately after cutting it when it still has the original wetness of the tree.
okay, so if we wanted to use it for lacing the shield edge, then we would have to ensure that it's wet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the best time to do this is in spring.
To harvest the branches, you mean? And
Yeah,
peeling
to
off
harvest the branches for peeling off the bark.
Oh, okay.
It works best in spring.
Okay, good. And when you say spring, that's what, March, April, May?
When it's beginning to get leaves,
I see. Okay.
so around May.
Okay. So the tree will not like it.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
you're welcome.